What is up, the world? It is your friendly the neighborhood Slipgator here, and yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day. I have been really busy, as you can see. Let's talk about it. So I added 2 more banks of 20 geothermals apiece and 2 more MFSUs to triple my power output. I completely automated my intake of items from the quarry using pulverizers and powered furnaces. Got them all wired up and got them all interfaced with the ME system as well. Started working on 2 different tree farms, one for rubber and one for oak, and we're using harvesters, planters, and fertilizers. These aren't online yet, but we're going to work on that today. Got a bank of machines installed over here: macerator, electric furnace, compressor, and extractor. And as you can see, we've got some storage upgrades, we've got some transformers, and some overclockers working. These are super awesome and super fast. Got an aqueous accumulator set up down here on a liquid tesseract, so we have unlimited water supply. I set up an igneous extruder, and I have a lava tesseract here, a water tesseract here. We're making obsidian here and pumping it down in this barrel so it maxes out at 64. And I also have electric transposers set up so that we can get water in here to create buckets. And I've set some power line up so we can move some of the machines we have over here and get that automation working as well. And the heavily requested ender pouch. So I have an ender chest that I built now, and we're going with blue, black, and blue for our colors, and our ender pouch. And then that way, when we die in the lava, because we're a derp and we try to fly too fast once we go to the mining world, we won't lose all of our items. So I know and understand that was kind of the quick and dirty of what was going on there, but yeah, we'll go into more detail about a lot of different stuff that was going on, but I thought it would be a really good way to kind of get you up to date really quick, so you at least know what we're talking about when we're talking about stuff. So yeah, the first thing, we got some power online. I had a bank of these, and I just needed some more power, so I ended up having, I think I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I had, I think 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, I had 10, and then I added 4 more. So we have that bank on this side here, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 on this side and 12 on the other side. And then I wired each one of these different banks separately into 3 different MFSUs. And then you can see here that the power draw is a little uneven. Like right now, we're sending power over to the quarry, and you can see that this guy's kind of getting the power. See, it's kind of weird. It's hard to see. It seems possibly a little bit uneven, but it is really good, and I did need this power. And the reason that I needed it wasn't really because of the automation that we got online. So as you can see here, I have pulverizers. You can see I got the powered furnace. This is getting the iron going right now. We got a bunch of pulverized iron that's in here. And each one of these has on the back just your standard ME basic export bus. So the new ME system, the way that the buses work now, if you take a look, let's go for export bus. So you can see that there is the precision bus, the fuzzy bus, and the basic bus. And then if you look at the recipe, for instance, for the precision, it uses that basic export bus, and so does the fuzzy. So, but the way that it works is that the basic export bus will only handle one item, and it only handles one item at a time. If you want to use the export buses that you were used to using from previous versions of ME, use that precision export bus. It has the move stacks of items and that sort of thing. And then the fuzzy export bus is able to use items that have like damage values, like it's able to differentiate between items that have damage values, basically. I haven't really played around with it too much, but that's what I've been reading up on. So for this, I didn't need to move stacks of, I just needed to move single items, and then in each one of these I put a different item. So we have iron in here, tin in here, copper, gold, you can see silver and lead, and this guy is ferrous. And so we kind of got our basics. This is our basics. And then each one of those that makes takes the ore and pulverizes it down, it goes ahead and then inputs the same corresponding item up into the powered furnaces and processes all the ores in real time. And then the reason that I use the pulverizers is because of the chance that you can get another item. I played a couple Feed the Beast before, and there was I was using all on-demand processing before. I used to use just IC2 all on-demand processing stuff. And you really get a huge bonus And my buddy Armitage had shown me, you really get, I think T.O. Lone Wolf, a couple of the guys that I played with over there were doing it too. You really get a huge bonus from these pulverizers and the fact that they provide an extra item for you. It's just, you can't pass it up. It's really great, and it helps you in resource gathering. So, yeah, so we got all that set up and automated. We're going to make it all pretty. Don't worry, guys. It'll be beautifuler. But then also we got these machines here, our macerator, our E-furnace, compressor, and extractor here. Let me go ahead and grab some pulverized iron out of the system. So we'll grab 4 stacks. And yeah, so I wanted to show you, if you're used to playing FTB from different versions, now that Greg Tech's not in here, we have our old speeds for processing. So you ready? Oh, what's going on here? Take it out. We should be pulling stacks at a time over there, buddy. So each one of the energy storage upgrades increases the energy storage of the machine by 10,000. So since we have 64, we have additional 640,000 EU from each one of these stacks. 101,280,000 EU additional storage in the E-furnace right now, and we're using 15 overclockers at this time. And then in the macerator, I've got just a stack. I haven't got these all outfitted to where we want, yeah. So definitely really super fast. And I got rubber coming in here and refined iron in the macerator. We've got the coal that we need, the coal to coal dust, and we have sand, cobblestone to sand in here. I have glass in here as well. So you can process that kind of stuff in real time. And I may set it up for glass, a separate system that will keep me topped off with, like, I don't know, a couple thousand glass all the time. But yeah, so then the aqueous accumulator, I just thought it'd be cool if we just set it down underneath the base. So I just kind of set it in a random spot. It's just kind of right here for now. And we can move it around wherever. But this is what's providing water for the system. And now we have water coming into the Tesseract. And so we have just basically unlimited water supply inside the base for anything that we need. So very, very cool. Next, over in here, this is a system that I've used before in order to make obsidian. And then so what you have is your water coming into one side, the lava in the other, and you set your igneous extruder for obsidian, and then it outputs underneath to this barrel. And so what this will do is 64 by 64, 4096, I do believe. It'll keep 4096 obsidian on hand at all times, and whenever obsidian gets pulled out of here, it'll just go ahead and start to fill it up. See there, you can see. So it's making a couple obsidian now. So we have some extra in the system. And then the way that I hook that up is just by using, let me go ahead and pull this out so I can show you. Come to me. So we use the ME storage bus in here. So that basically just turns this barrel into a piece of inventory in the ME system. So it thinks that this is a place to store obsidian. So we have our room over here to move over all of our other machines that we've got in this area, and we'll get all that automation set up as well. But today what I wanted to do is finish setting these pieces up with you guys. So what I have here is a harvester, and then underneath we have a planter, and that planter's got some oak saplings in it. So it automatically plants these oak saplings. And then in the back here I have this fertilizer, so that it uses fertilizer to, fertilize. And as you can see, I have the power hooked up to everything, that I just don't have the fertilizer hooked up. We're not doing that stuff yet. So we don't have that. And I think that we may want to use a different config or a different bus for this, because right now I do believe I'm just using the basic export buses, but we're going to want to use a different export bus. But yeah, so what we have is this system down here, if I can get in here to show you. So we have our planter, correct? And then on the side of the planter, we have the export bus, and that's got rubber saplings in it. So the rubber saplings go into the planter through the ME system. And then they get planted by the planter. So the harvester here is set to, we're not keeping the leaves, there's no shrooms or jungle wood or anything like that. But as something grows, it automatically harvests it. And then since we have our ME interface, and everything in here hooked up to the ME system, it automatically imports it to the ME system. So without having this, any sort of power regulation or anything like that set on the system, just having it sitting here, just having the trees growing on their own, come and check this out. So we've already got 11,000 oak wood, 11,000 rubber, and I've used a lot of the regular raw rubber already as well. So we've probably made around 11,000 of that too. And so I've just been, when I need rubber cooked up, I've just been coming over here. What is up with that? There we go. It's like it is the ME system doesn't automatically start to pull it. Like it takes a second to realize there's something in the machine. It's kind of odd. I wonder if the ME system is doing a check and then engaging this area. I don't know. It could just be a little bit of lag. But I'm going to use this system for rubber and for wood. And we've already got basically more than I wanted to keep. I wanted to keep around 10,000 of each thing. But hey, whatevs. We got plenty, so we'll have extra. But what we're going to do today is set up something to automatically produce our fertilizer so we can get that online. And then I think we're also going to set something up to automatically take our rubber wood and turn this into rubber. So we can have both the different kinds of rubbers. And I believe if we use the extractor here, you'll see that extracting the rubber wood will turn it into rubber balls. So, all right, I have to grab a couple things so we can get ready to get this going. And I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so I got some stuff ready, but we're not quite exactly there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the level emitter. We're going to need to make these. So let's go ahead and go in here and select our level emitter. We'll need cable, basic processors, iron, and redstone torch. And if we shift right click or shift click on there, on the question mark, it should go right into the pattern encoder. We'll encode that guy, and then we'll stick it inside of here. And yeah, you can see I've been a busy boy. I got a lot of stuff. I only have 2 pages, but I got a lot of stuff. And as you can see, here's a spoiler maybe for next episode. We're going to get an assembly table up and running too. So we're going to need some of those level emitters. Let me go ahead and grab them. And let's just craft, I think 2 of these should be good. So let's go ahead and craft 2. And then we have some precision export buses. I think I'm only going to need 2 of these. We'll have a couple extra in the inventory. I got some fertilizer here. And I have the fertilizer set up so that it's in the system as well. So there you can see it's ready to go. There isn't any in here at this time. So let me think of what else I'm going to need. I'm going to need an EU splitter. So if we look up splitter, yeah, this is the block I'm going to need. And I don't think I have it in here yet. Nope, it's not in there. So let's go ahead and get this EU splitter encoded. And we'll stick it in the system. And then we'll go ahead and inside of here, we're going to just make one to see if there's anything. Oh, so we're good. I think we have everything in there, all the recipes that we need. Wait, is that 4x? Yeah, we have 4x insulated cable in the system. And that really is the only thing. I know levers are in there. There they are right there. So we got our splitter, and we're going to need 2 of these EU splitters as well. So let's go ahead and get that up and running. Craft me a splitter. Perfection. All right. So the first thing that I want to see if we can get to have happen, and ooh, do I have any cable on me? Let me just grab some cable as well. So I only have 3 of these. Let's go ahead and give me another stack of cable. Let me see. See, I have 27 CPUs in there, and it's not processing super fast, is it? Somebody had mentioned in the comments, they're like, man, that thing's going to be screaming. And I guess it works pretty fast, but it's not at, at the speed of light. We still have to wait. And we hate waiting. No one likes waiting. So, oh, it made 66. So it made a little bit extra, and then we need to go ahead and, I hope, yeah, I've been gathering some ink sacks, because I don't know why it is, but I just like when this cable is black. Okay, good. That's perfect. Take 2. Better. So I've been making the cable and just dyeing it black to kind of match, and I just like it better. So, all right, let's head over here, and let's go ahead and get that guy out of here. And then let's use one of the precision buses, stick that on there. And then what we want to do is set this to always craft items, and let's stick it like that. So if we do that, you can see the system's automatically making the fertilizer and importing it in here. So as long as there's fertilizer that's needed, it's automatically going to craft it. Now, the reason that the fertilizer isn't working is because we don't have any. There's no juice going to this system. So we're not actually getting it going. So let's go ahead and head over here, and let's get the same thing set up. Oh, I didn't dye these guys. That's okay. Kind of. I guess it's okay. Oh. So I didn't dye them, but oh wells. So let's go ahead and set this to always craft items. Bam. And then set it in. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. That scared the bejesus out of me. So a demonstration. As you can see, working as intended. So then we should see the planter engage. Whoa, oh. Now this thing's still got a lot of power in it, and it's gonna work through all this power before it stops going crazy. Let's move away a little bit. But I don't know. It mesmerizes me. I just am mesmerized by it. Work. Be a thing. Oh, so, all right. So, all right. So what we gotta do is set a level emitter, and we're gonna need to get. Oh, let's get up here. We're gonna need to get a piece of oak wood and a piece of. I don't know what we should cue these off of. I think we're just gonna cue it off of rubber. We're gonna cue it off of straight. I don't know. Yeah, we'll cue it off of straight rubber. So we'll use the EU splitters to do that. So that means we're gonna have to go for a little bit of a swim. So if we come underneath here, and let's take a look at where the EU system and this all meets up, where a good place to put this splitter would be. Oh. Get me out of here. All right, let's turn our coin of suck off for the time being. Although we're gonna need the coin of suck because it's gonna suck up our stuff while we're down there building stuff and things. So, we want to be able to turn the power off to this to the system right here. But see, I've branched off here to come over and provide energy to the energy bridge that I have. So do I have any more of the glass cable? I do not. So let's pop out of here. We're gonna have to rewire a little bit. Let's go ahead and grab some of the glass fibre cable. So all right, let's head down inside of here, and then I think probably what will be the best thing to do is to just come over here. Where is it? It is here, I do believe. So let's grab our cable, turn around, come down underneath, draw this guy out. We didn't need that. Incorrect. Come back up, and then if we pull this all the way across, then we can take that other cable out, and then we'll be able to use the level emitters. Give me air. Ah, delicious. And we should be pretty much there. All right, so then we can take this stuff out. Oh, is that glitching out? It sure is. And we're back. Let me go ahead and set my angel block down. Are you going to be a big pain in my butt, angel block? Oh, what? Oh, I think I'm setting it down inside of myself. Let me see if I can do it right here. Nope. Right here. All right, so we have our angel block, and then we can just hop up and grab some air. So what was going on before is that I found that if you use, I don't know if it's any device, but at least if you use a Tinker's Construct pick to tear down cable while I'm here underwater, it's like providing a ghost block of that cable, and it's glitchy at best. So we don't like that. So here we got our angel block. It helps us to stand still while we're underwater and stuff and things like that. So we got our EU splitter here, and we have our level emitter right here. And so this is our rubber farm. So what we want to say is that if there's rubber, and this is emit when redstone levels are above limit, and let's set the limit for 10,000. So that should turn that guy off. So as you can see here, it connects the cable when the levels for this item are lower than 10,000, and so that should make the entire thing run. When the levels are above 10,000, this will turn on, it'll take off the splitter, and then that'll turn the farm off. Now I'm gonna need to run cabling separate for each one of these farms. So right now I have the cabling coming over to the oak farm, and then that branches off and comes over here to the rubber farm, but I'll need them to be separated so that when they want to run independently of each other, they'll still be able to do that. So, all right, I'm going to get some wiring done because I have to do this by hand. It takes a long time. And yeah, let me pull some of this apart, and I'll be back with you guys. Okay, it's working. So let's go ahead and grab that piece of ME cable out of there. We'll get the level emitter in here. Oh, don't forget to breathe. Oh, can I not place you in that direction? Place you there. Use our Omni wrench. face it in this direction, and then we'll say when there is greater than 10,000 oak wood, emit a signal. And you can see it's emitting a signal here, and that's shutting this EU splitter off. Let's grab our block, and we should be pretty much good to go here. That should put the systems completely on automatic. So let me see here. That's getting power. This is getting no power. Oh, because I haven't turned that bad boy on. So we'll get that guy on. So now the fertilizer's getting automatically crafted. It's filling up the fertilizer. There's power in here, and the EU splitter system is working. So we have the similar situation over here. We have our fertilizer automatically being crafted. Let's go ahead and get that guy turned on. Now, since there's no power in here, it's not going to feed any fertilizer to the system. Is that going to take all of that away? Sweet. So there's no power in there. It's not going to provide any fertilizer to the system. Now, these will still grow on their own, and they'll still be automatically... Well, no, they won't be automatically harvested because the harvester won't have any power. It will do it for a while until it runs out of power. But yeah, they're on separate circuits now. Everything should be good to go with these. Now, we do want to cover them up eventually, as far as just kind of making them a little bit prettier. And I want to use facades for some of that if possible. Now, I've never really used facades for anything before. I've just never done it. And I know they don't work on all blocks. So I'll have to it'll be trial and error, but I'm interested to see what actually goes on when I think they'll work on the glass fiber cable, and I'm hoping now that the cabling for ME system's been changed around, they'll work on that as well. And then that way we'll be able to cover that all up, and it won't be fugly. It'll be cool. So we got a couple tree farms, which means we have rubber automation, and yeah, the next thing that I said I wanted to do, so I want to take that rubber wood and turn it into rubber balls. I just don't know if that's something we really need to do. Let's stick this in the system. Let's get this stuff put away. I don't think we're going to need to do that. We just don't need that much rubber, and I just think it's going to be good the way it is. Maybe we'll just leave it as it is. We won't set up the automatic processing for the rubber wood. We can find some other way to use the rubber wood, or we'll use it for other things, or maybe we can donate it to peeps or something like that. But I think we're going to call that buttoned up tree farm achievement get. So next, I've moved some of my machines over from this little ghetto area that I had over here, which you just don't really need anymore. Let's pull this off, some of this wiring apart. We're going to have to pretty this up a little bit, but we can save that for later. So I want to get some of this automation up and running in this area, and I have some extra spaces here. I figured I might need some extra rolling machines, and I want to get those set up for automation. But what we're going to focus on today is getting magma crucibles and liquid transposers up and running for redstone and for liquid ender girl eggs. So I got to get my ender girl eggs here. Where are they? So we have some ender girl eggs, and if we take a look at the ender girl eggs, let's go ahead and, whoa, no, not ender one. Game, obey. Thank you. So we can use UU matter, or what we can do is use minium stone and iron ingots in order to craft this. Now I hear that we don't have any minium stones. Wait, I have a minium stone. Where is it? You are right here? Thank you. I hear that you can use the minium stone inside the ME system now, and it will use it intelligently. So I don't know if that's the case, but I think that we want to try to do that. We have a ridiculous amount of iron, so it would be fine for us to craft ender pearls in this way. So let's go ahead and get that done. Let's stick this in here. Let's look at the minium stone recipe real quick. So for our minium stones, we're going to need the inert stones. Let's go ahead and encode that. Get inert stones in here. Oh. And then let's also get the minium stone recipe in as well. So we should be able to do this. Now, I don't know. I mean, honestly, this might not work. But hey, let's try it. So we have a couple of our ender girl eggs in here. Let's go ahead and get our magma crucible up and running now. With the liquid transposers, we're going to need a couple interfaces. So let's craft just 10 of these because we're going to need a bunch of them. craft me interfaces at the speed of light. So 3 sounds good for now. And let's go ahead and get our interface hooked up on top of here, and that will allow us to get our other precision bus on top like so. So the way you want to hook these up is you have your magma crucible, you stick your blue on the top and you stick your orange on the side, and there you go. So this is automatically now exporting stacks of redstone into the magma crucible, and that's processing into liquid redstone, and that liquid redstone is automatically being pumped into the liquid transposer, and we're going to set this up for automation in a sec here. But yeah, so when this fills up, won't accept any more of the redstone, and the whole system just backs right up. So we should be able to set this on always craft items, set it like so, and then you can see it's crafting, and it's working. It's working. So it's working. Perfect. All right, now let's get, is it automatically exporting? We're already getting it to export, but we gotta get some of these turned off, like so. Let's go ahead and just turn everything off for now. And wait, that's what we want on there. We want that on the orange. And then we want, okay, we're good. We're good. Still filling up, big guy? Perfect. So, yeah, so what the system's doing now is we got our liquid ender girl, or liquid redstone, that's all working. And then the system is automatically crafting ender pearls with the minium stone recipe. Now, let me take a look and see, can I see this happening in real time? Can I see the minium stone durability going down? It doesn't look like it shows it going down in real time. But it seems to be doing it. I mean, it's not crafting a new minium stone each time, and it's crafting an ender pearl each time. Can we see this going down in real time? All right, so there you can. Yeah, see, we can see the iron ingots going down in real time. But the minium stone, I don't know how it works. Maybe it's just moving so slowly we kind of can't see it, which could be what's going on. And I'm hoping, I mean, it pretty much won't be creating tesseracts at a speed where we're going to run out of iron. We may be a concern with minium, but I think that I have some tricks about how that's going to work. So now this system should start to back up as well. And now what we have is an automated way to get, like, you know, our liquiducts, well, not liquiducts, but redstone energy conduit, an automated way to get our tesseracts going. So let's take a look inside of here. I don't think I have tesseract frames or anything like that going yet. Let's go ahead and get that going. So there's our tesseract frame, and that means we need the hardened glass. Oh yeah, we got to get that set up too. So here's our induction smelter. Is this the pulverizer? I think we got these backwards. We need to get them switched around. So let's kick our pulverizer there and our induction smelter here. And so what I want to do next is I want to set up my pulverizer to automatically keep a stock of pulverized obsidian on hand so that I can make a stock of hardened glass and keep that on hand at the same time. And so got a couple of things. Let's go ahead and get an interface here. Actually, level emitter is what we need. Let's get 2 level emitters online. And some more exports and imports. Just craft 10. And just give me 10 of these as well, please. Thank you. Thanks so much. Just grab a few. And a few of these guys. So what I'm going to do is I have this pulverizer. Let's go ahead and set an export bus on the top here. Oh, I'm sucking. My cornice sucks working. So let's get some cabling just ran across the top of these machines for now, just to get this hooked up. All right. So I believe we should be good to go to do it like so. So let's set this guy on top like so, off, 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 and then the back we'll set for orange like so. And then let's set our import bus on the back here. And then let's take a level emitter. I think this should work. Oh, Hypno wants to sleep. All right, I'm gonna go sleep real quick and I'll come back and we'll get that automated obsidian going. And yeah, so hold on. BRBs. All right, we've slept. I've actually done some work. You can see the sun's going down now. But yeah, so I have the system set up here now. And so what I've got going on is stacks of items of obsidian are going into the pulverizer. And you can see here it's outputting pulverized obsidian. So we have a precision import bus on the back here that's set for active with signal. And we want it to just move single items. And then we have this level emitter that is set for at 256. It's set for emit levels are below limit. So if there's less than 256 obsidian in the system, it will keep this precision import bus working. So then I think this, even though it doesn't look like it is, I believe it's still connected to the system. So if we set this now for like 100, for instance, it should go ahead and turn that off. So it turns the signal off, and that should turn our precision import bus off. And then as you can see, that means that the pulverized iron will start to build up in here. And then once it reaches a limit, similarly to the way that we've done this with our magma crucibles over here, when it's reached the limit, and it'll be 2 stacks of 64 actually that'll sit inside the system. It should go ahead and stop, and then we'll have we'll have 256 plus 2 stacks on hand at all times. So that'll be a good amount of pulverized obsidian. I think that'll be a decent amount to keep on stock. And so, yeah, that'll work really, really good. So we got a lot done today. I mean, I already had kind of got a lot of stuff and things done before, but then you and we all got to get some cool stuff and things done. And I'm going to continue to get some automation done, but I'm going to do my best to try to include you in that kind of stuff. I got a little excited. I got excited. This is exciting. Stuff and things are happening. Oh, and I realized actually just a moment ago that I'd reversed these. I had rubber in the oak tree, the indicator for rubber over here and the indicator for oak over here. So I switched them around. And as you can see now, the rubber tree has stopped, and then the oak tree is not stopped. Has it not? Has. This is the rubber actually. So it should still be calling for rubber. But the system is not working. Why is you not working right now? Are you out of powers? You have the powers. Are you out of fertilizer? You have the fertilizer. Something. Oh, it looks like it's like jammed up. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Let's unjam it up. Oh, that might be a little bit of a problem. So it got jammed. We'll have to look for that in the future. But that's all for today, guys. If you liked the episode, please don't forget to hit the like button, share and favorite it as you see fit. Don't spam it on Reddit. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day.